What up, everybody? It's your boy Jay, and welcome back to J Fabe Wrestling. And I'm coming back with another fantasy booking video. This time, I'm gonna rebook the Summer of Punk. Um, I thought it was kind of interesting time considering CM Punk's debut in AEW last year and how things quickly changed, and now CM Punk seems to be on his way out of AEW. He had some harsh words at the press conference that obviously Tony Khan wasn't gonna allow to have, and yeah, now CM Punk, from all reports, seems like he's gone from AEW, which is pretty crazy, man. Considering the hype. Even I was hyped as a wrestling fan, to see CM Punk come back, and yeah, now looks like he's gone, and it's pretty crazy. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of look back, especially CM Punk in the news right now, to look back at the summer of Punk. Yeah, I mean, look, it was definitely one of the best times in wrestling in recent years. That storyline was pretty cool. Money in the Bank 2011 was probably the best pay per view that's happened. So I think everyone talks about how great it was. It definitely was great, but the follow up definitely kind of was kind of disappointing. He got cashed in by Alberto Del Rio. He lost to Triple H. He also lost to Awesome Truth when he teamed up with Triple H, I believe. He did get the belt back at Survivor Series, which is pretty cool, and obviously that was, his more than year-long run with the belt. Yeah, but despite that, that year-long reign with the belt, I thought, the rest of like the Summer Punk angle was definitely uh, disappointing. Kind of lacked a real story arc, and yeah, I'm hoping that my rebooking is a little better. You guys, let me know what you think. So obviously we're gonna start, Money in the Bank. Same thing happens. The same build towards Money in the Bank. So you had kind of like that awesome Vince and CM Punk promo when they were negotiating the contract. Obviously the pipe bomb. Obviously when CM Punk calls John Cena the Yankees, which is pretty funny. So keep all that, and then obviously at Money in the Bank, keep CM Punk winning, um, and then he blows a kiss to Vince, and he's out of there. And then we also keep, I like that tournament for the WWE Championship, but we're gonna have the finals at SummerSlam, and in the finals is John Cena versus Rey Mysterio. So you get that match they kind of rushed on Raw. I believe Ray, he just fought like the Miz, and it Cena comes out of nowhere and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight you later tonight." I was like, "Come on, bro, you can't even wait a week." Um, and then also Triple H does relieve Vince of his duties, just like what happened in real life. So, all right. So at CM Punk, he continues to make videos from home with the belt, like chilling with the belt, taking it to to other wrestling gyms and all that stuff. Again, personally, if I was running it, I'd allow maybe CM Punk to defend it at an indie here and there. But if we're being realistic, obviously Vince doesn't want to risk CM Punk probably getting injured and all that stuff. So I understand, but just have CM Punk just really show himself out there with the belt, and Triple H. He says, the first thing I want to do as the new boss around here is I want to invite CM Punk to SummerSlam so we could have a live negotiation, and yeah, so at SummerSlam, uh, Rey Mysterio would defeat John Cena in the tournament finals. But Alberto Del Rio, who won the Money in the Bank, he would cash in on Ray, and Del Rio would become the new WWE champion. And at SummerSlam, they're gonna have the contract negotiation. Kind of similar to like their promos that they had in real life, where Punk takes shots at Triple H, talking about his his movies that go straight to DVD and all that. After good back and forth verbal battle between Hunter and Punk. Eventually, Triple H talking about, you're making change here in the WWE and all that, and we're fully behind you, yada yada. CM Punk is about to sign it, and then two masked wrestlers, they attack both Triple H and CM Punk. They put CM Punk through a table, and they leave through the crowd, and they reveal themselves to be Awesome Truth, The Miz, and R-Truth. Obviously, they believe like there's conspiracy theories going on, with them getting screwed out of winning the WWE Championship at the previous pay-per-views. And yeah, CM Punk is pretty pissed. He looks at Triple H and says, do you know anything about this? Triple H says, no, I didn't. But CM Punk is still pissed. He rips the contract and says he's out of here. The next night on Raw, Triple H comes out disappointed. He says, he said he's pissed off at what happened, and he says, unfortunately, because CM Punk didn't sign the contract, he's gonna have to strip CM Punk of his belt. So Triple H says CM Punk is no longer champion, and that now the champion right now is Alberto Del Rio. Triple H is pissed, obviously, at Awesome Truth. He challenges them to a tag match at the champions, and he says his partner is gonna be CM Punk. And then CM Punk could appear via satellite and say he's not gonna be showing up. He doesn't trust Triple H. He's pissed that he got stripped of the WWE Championships, and just building up the tension between the two. And Triple H, he keeps getting jumped by Awesome Truth, and then at Night of Champions, CM Punk doesn't show up. And then Awesome Truth is they're whipping Triple H's ass and all that, and then finally you hear like the new CM Punk music, Cult of Personality. He comes out, he cleans house, and him and Triple H get the win. And just as they're about to shake hands, Kevin Nash would come. Kevin Nash would throw Triple H out the ring, and then he would hit CM Punk with a jackknife powerbomb. And John Laurinaitis, he comes to the ring and he shakes Kevin Nash's hand. So like the next night on Raw, Triple H is pissed, but he says, he has so much trust in Punk that he's willing to put his CEO position on the line against John Laurinaitis. If CM Punk versus Kevin Nash, if CM Punk wins, Triple H is the boss. If Kevin Nash wins, John Laurinaitis is the boss. So yeah, they have the match at Hell in a Cell. It's gonna be no holds barred, and actually, John Laurinaitis will come and interfere. Triple H will come and interfere, and Triple H will accidentally, clock CM Punk with the sledgehammer, and Kevin Nash gets the win, and Triple H is pissed. That he's no longer CEO. CM Punk is pissed because Triple H kind of cost him the match. And yeah, so next night on Raw, John Laurinaitis, he says, now that you're not GM, you are now an in-ring competitor. But to be honest, I don't want you around here. It's just as he's about to fire John Laurinaitis, CM Punk can come out and say, you know what, Johnny, I don't like Triple H either, but I definitely don't like you because I know you were kissing Vince McMahon's ass long way before Triple H was trying to date Stephanie. So, he could, mention that, and CM Punk can be like, you know what, man, I could beat you with one arm tied behind my back. And John Laurinaitis is like, oh yeah, are you serious? All right, you know what? At the next pay-per-view Vengeance, it's going to be me versus you. And you got one arm tied behind your back. And, and then they have a stipulation that if CM Punk wins, Triple H's in-ring career remains intact. If John Laurinaitis wins. Triple H is totally gone from the company, and yeah, so they'd have the match at Vengeance. Kevin Nash will try to interfere. Triple H will help out, and I'd actually, CM Punk kind of beats up John Laurinaitis. He puts him in the go to sleep. With one arm behind his back, and he gets the win. So Triple H's in ring career is still alive, but obviously he's no longer CEO. And then we're at Survivor Series now, and John Laurinaitis makes the match. CM Punk, Triple H, The Rock, and John Cena versus Awesome Truth, Alberto Del Rio, and Kevin Nash. Well, he wouldn't announce The Rock, but The Rock would Cena would say, "I know someone," and he calls The Rock to be their partner. And then if you watch my previous videos, I had booking War Games. I mean, this would be an awesome time to have a War Games match between all those 8 competitors. So yeah, we'd have that, and I'd actually have CM Punk get the win. Punk will get the deciding fall. It could be on the Miz, or actually no, it'll be on R-Truth, just because Miz turned on R-Truth. You could kind of blame him, which was what happened in real life as well after Survivor Series. And yeah, CM Punk, after winning War Games for his team, he says, I think I proved myself. I think I deserve a title match. But John Laurinaitis, he kind of swerves. He says, at TLC it's gonna be Alberto Del Rio versus Triple H, and Triple H is kind of pissed. Like, what are you talking about? CM Punk deserved that shot, and CM Punk is kind of looking suspicious. Like, what's going on here? And then John Laurinaitis says, there's a person you haven't beat yet, and Kevin Nash, he comes out. And they have CM Punk versus Kevin Nash at TLC. It could be another stipulation match, maybe like a last man standing match. CM Punk gets the win, finally, puts Kevin Nash to bed. I believe Kevin Nash doesn't come back anyways, so yeah, CM Punk can finally get rid of Kevin Nash. And in the main event, TLC, John Cena versus Triple H. I'd have Cena regain the belt at Vengeance. Him and Del Rio, they could have a rivalry from Night of Champions to Vengeance. Cena regains the belt, so it's Triple H versus John Cena, and that's when John Laurinaitis he interferes. He attacks Cena, and Triple H is the pedigree, and they shake hands. So this whole time, John Laurinaitis and Triple H were in cahoots. They had this all planned together, and first they wanted to screw with Punk. They wanted him first to sign the contract, so he would come back, and then they wanted to screw with Punk, and then they also wanted to screw with Cena, just because Cena's the one who lost to Punk, and and lost the WWE Championship. So Triple H and John Laurinaitis are now in cahoots. They shake hands, they hug after, kind of like the Authority, before the Authority actually happened. So next night on Raw, CM Punk is pissed. He's like, he thought he could trust Triple H, but Triple H, as usual, he's just playing politics for himself, and Triple H could come on and say hey Punk, I'm a fair guy. You want a title match? Sure. You just gotta win the Royal Rumble. And he says, oh yeah, you gotta come in at number 1. So, and then he also says, you know what? Since I am the boss, whoever eliminates you, CM Punk, they might see a couple more dollars in their bank account. So it's kind of like a bounty on Punk. And from the Built to Rumble, all these heels are trying to jump CM Punk, like Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, David Otunga, Drew McIntyre, they're all trying to jump CM Punk. And at the Royal Rumble, I'd actually, CM Punk would survive and win. He was the most over, guy in the company, so I think it's important to get a Royal Rumble win. Again, in the real rebooking, he was a champ already. But for me, I think there's something about the chase. Like Austin was always chasing the belt. That's why he was even more popular than you know than other people, just because like he was always chasing. And I think it would be cool again. Fans would definitely be behind CM Punk. He starts at number one. All these people coming at him, and he gets the win at the Royal Rumble. And Triple H the next night he could clap and say, "Punk, that was impressive, Punk. That was, but you know, I'm still your boss, Punk, and uh, why don't you put your money where your mouth is, and why don't you put that title match on the line at Elimination Chamber against the real champion?" That's when Alberto Del Rio comes out and says, he got screwed by, John Cena, and he says it would be an honor to face Triple H at WrestleMania, and Punk says, sure, as long as if I win, I get to choose a stipulation at WrestleMania. So it's title match opportunity versus CM Punk can pick the stipulation, and the ref is down. CM Punk has the win, and that's where Triple H comes out with John Laurinaitis. They start beating up CM Punk, and then you hear, "No chance in hell." You hear Vince McMahon. He comes out with a chair, and he helps CM Punk defeat Alberto Del Rio at Elimination Chamber. You may be like, why would Vince help CM Punk? Because he got him fired. I think he helped CM Punk because in actuality it was really Triple H and John Laurinaitis who gave him the boot, and they're the ones who actually really took advantage of Vince being gone. And he probably has some respect for CM Punk as well for returning back to the company, and just again, he probably doesn't like other people running his show, so maybe that's why Vince would help him out. And the next night on Raw, Punk can say, "Triple H, it's me and you, Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania." So the title match is set. Triple H versus CM Punk, WrestleMania 28 for the WWE Championship. And the build, can be typical, just awesome promos between the two. Triple H can say, like, you're hot for a bit, but you're never a man like I am. I was carrying this business when Austin left, when Rock left, and all that. And CM Punk can say, there's a lot of people who are in demand because you held them down. Go home Raw. Triple H could, put a beat down on CM Punk. Hit him with the sledgehammer, pedigree, bloody him up. Show the title in his face and say, "You'll never be the face of the WWE because the WWE is mine." So, yeah, that'll be the build. And I think they'll have an amazing match. They had a really, really good match on Night of Champions. Obviously, the result kind of turned people off to rewatch that match and like all the interference and all that. But here we got Hell in a Cell, no interference. Who's the better man? And Triple H puts over CM Punk. And CM Punk is now the new WWE champion. You could even have, JR say, "The CM Punk era has begun." So, yeah, guys, that is my rebooking of the Summer of Punk all the way to WrestleMania 28. Let me know what you guys think. So let me just do like a quick cliff notes of what happened. So everything at Money in the Bank still happens. They have a contract signing, CM Punk and Triple H. Awesome Truth come out because there's a conspiracy against them. CM Punk rips the contract. Unfortunately, Triple H has to now strip CM Punk from as WWE champion, but he asked CM Punk to be his partner at Night of Champions. Punk kind of he denies it, and then at the show he actually shows up. He helps Triple H. They win the match, but after the match, Kevin Nash comes. He puts CM Punk through the announce table, and at Hell in a Cell, it's CM Punk versus Kevin Nash. If Kevin Nash wins, John Laurinaitis becomes CEO. If CM Punk wins, Triple H becomes CEO. Triple H would accidentally hit CM Punk with the sledgehammer. Johnny becomes CEO, but obviously it wasn't it wasn't by accident. It was actually on purpose because if Triple H was CEO and he put himself in the position to win the WWE title, everyone would question it, right? But John Laurinaitis is the one calling the shots, but they're actually working together to help Triple H become WWE champion, which I think is a pretty great idea, actually. Um, so after Hell in a Cell, obviously the Survivor Series, they have the 4-on-4 War Games match or elimination match. CM Punk gets the win, keeps the momentum, and then at TLC, this is where the swerve. John Laurinaitis, he says Triple H is the new #1 contender, and CM Punk gets even with Kevin Nash at TLC, and Triple H and John Laurinaitis screw John Cena out of the WWE champion. So now Triple H is like the corporate champion with John Laurinaitis. CM Punk is forced to enter #1 in the Royal Rumble with a bounty, but CM Punk still wins. And at Elimination Chamber, it's CM Punk versus Alberto Del Rio with CM Punk's WrestleMania spot on the line. But if Punk wins, he chooses a stipulation. Triple H and John Laurinaitis, they interfere, but Vince McMahon comes out with a chair. He helps, fend him off, and CM Punk is able to defeat Alberto Del Rio. And at WrestleMania 28, CM Punk defeats Triple H, Hell in a Cell, to become WWE Champion, and the era of Punk is here. So yeah, guys, that is my booking. Let me know what you guys think about it. I try to be really realistic in terms of what I feel like WWE would do, and obviously, I wanted to build like a story arc of CM Punk's struggle back to the WWE Championship. He won it, but he got stripped in like a shady way, and he wanted it back, but there's a lot of roadblocks in the way. Whether it was Awesome Truth, whether it was Kevin Nash, whether it was John Laurinaitis, or even Triple H himself. But, he overcomes those odds, and at WrestleMania, he finally gets his moment. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think or any other ideas you want me to rebook. Appreciate all the support, comments, likes, shares, whatever it is, We're just all fans of wrestling, and, you got to love it, man. So, appreciate y'all, and peace.